Okay, so now we are on the structured guided practice of the lesson. This is on page 113, so please make sure that you're on page 113 and you are going to do this, take notes as I do this. All right, so here I have my steps to make this video go a little shorter. So here I have a positive number being divided by a negative number, and my first rule says always determine your sign. So I have a positive number that is being divided by a negative number. So the signs are different, so that means that my answer is going to be negative. So whatever answer I get is going to be a negative answer. Now I'm going to use my calculator for this problem. So I have 105.5, and I'm going to divide it by, I already know that my answer is negative, but I have a negative 5 here, so my answer is going to be negative 21.1. So negative 21.1. Okay, so now I'm going to problem number 2. On problem number 2 on page 113, so go ahead and take notes on this problem. So I already wrote my steps to speed up the video. So here it is. The first thing I got to do, I have to determine my signs. So I have a negative number being divided by a positive number. So that means that my answer is going to be negative. So wherever answer I get is going to be a negative answer. Okay, so I'm done with step number 1. Step number 2 says convert to improper fractions. And we have to do that because these numbers are mixed. So I'm going to rewrite my problems. Negative 6 7/10 is being divided by 4 1/4. Well, I'm going to convert that into improper fractions. So I'm going to multiply 10 times 6, which is 60. 60 plus 7 is 67, so it'll be negative 67 over 10. Being divided by 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. So this is 17 over 4. All right, so now I am done converting to improper fractions. Now, step number 3, convert to multiplication by using the reciprocal of the second fraction or the divisor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this into a multiplication by writing negative 67 over 10. So we never change the first fraction. I'm going to change the division into multiplication, but I need to find the reciprocal of this fraction, so it'll be 4 over 17. And now I'm done with step number 3. Step number 4, I need to multiply. Remember, when you multiply fractions, you multiply across. We go in this direction. That is what we do when we multiply fractions. So I'm going to multiply, right? 67 times 4. I have my little calculator here. 67 times 4. Here, I can't see there. Let me see. Let me move this over. 67 times 4 is going to be 268. So negative 268. Negative 268. And then 10 times 17 is going to be 107. All right, so this is an okay answer, right? Obviously, I'm not going to leave my answer this way because I want to leave my answer as a fraction. So, but I'm going to divide it. I'm going to use my calculator and I'm going to divide that by 107. So the equivalent fraction is 1.576, and I'm going to stop right there on that. I'm going to stop on the thousandths place. Okay. So now the reason I'm doing this is because when I divide, I'm gonna use the whole number from my answer. So I'm gonna write 1 here. This one is gonna go here. So that means that this is 170. Now I'm going to subtract, right? This becomes 1. This becomes 16. 8 minus 0 is 0. 16 minus 16. Is going to be 9, and then 1 minus 1 is 0. So then, as you can see, I have my answer. This part right here is the remainder over 170. So now I'm going to write 98 over 170. Now, this is a good answer, but I still can reduce this one more time. This is the one thing about fractions. If I divide this, now my answer is going to be 1 and 48. It's going to be 1 and 49, sorry, 49 over 85. All right, so now, but see, the reason I want you to do the sign first is because it's easy to forget. So now I have 1 and 49 over 85, and that is my final answer. Sorry, couldn't see everything I did.